Om. 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 Sairam, everyone.
Sairam.
Last week we were reading and discussing what Swami had told us about how we should treat the Bhagavad Gita. He said just worshipping, having some reverence for the book is not good enough. We should try to put it in practice. It's not even memorizing it without understanding the meaning or putting it to practice is of no use. So those were the topics which we discussed last week. So I will ask the sisters to continue from where we left off. Saira.
Sairam. The land has lost its ancient joy. It is infested with anxiety. It is the home of self-aggrandizement. It is pursuing empty pomp. To counteract these tendencies, the spread of spiritual knowledge by persons who have actually experienced the joy of sadhana, which is spiritual practice, and success in and through it has become very necessary. Everyone from the simple unlettered man to the Paramahamsa, realized soul, sage, must recognize this need. All must cultivate faith in the Gita and take it as the authentic word of God, word of the Lord. The Lord has given the assurance, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. I shall bear the burden of your welfare here and hereafter. He has undertaken this task voluntarily, but for mortals and aspirants to benefit from this, they have to live as ordained. They have to adhere to the lines laid down. When they feel that they are not so helped, they have only to examine their own lives and discover how far they have kept up the commands of God regarding the regulation of life. They fail to examine this. They do not consider the past and future. They complain only about the grief of the moment, not knowing that it is caused by neglect in the past and ignorance of the future. This is the root of their suffering.
Thank you. I think Swami has continuing to say the same thing so that it I think goes into us properly, and that's all I can say. Maybe we should read the Telugu, auntie.
Yeah. Which it starts from this, the land has lost its ancient joy.
Yes, and that's English.
English. In Telugu, నేడు మన దేశం ఆనందరహితమై అశాంతిమై. No, I don't think.
So actually,
Stopped there.
Savo Okatemi, that's the way.
ఒకటేమి అన్నిటి యందు నేడు.
Yes, that sound.
ఒకటేమి అన్నిటి యందు నేడు మన దేశము ఆనందరహితమై అశాంతిమయమై స్వార్థ స్వరూపమై ఆడంబర ప్రదర్శనలతో అలరారుచున్నది.
Swami says not only this, in everything today, our country is without bliss, without ananda, full of peacelessness, and selfishness has taken form, or its pomp and lot of pomp is the one what is seen, that what is demonstrated, and through all these it is
అలరారుచున్నది
anxious. It's anxious, filled with anxious.
కాన
Sorry,
అలరారుచున్నది it becomes anxious. కాన నేడు ఆచరణ రూపమైన ప్రచారములు అత్యవసరం.
But today the teaching or exposition of Geetha or spreading the message of practice in the form of practice is very, very essential.
ఇది పామరుని మొదలు పరమహంస అని పిలువబడు వారి వరకు తెలుసుకొనవలసిన విషయము.
This should be known to everyone, from the ordinary people up to the people who are considered Paramhamsas, Supreme Jnanis, who are called like that. All of them should know this fact.
గీతా విషయమున మరింత శ్రద్ధ వహించి
In the subject of Geetha, showing a much more Shraddha,
స్వయముగా పరమాత్మని పలుకులుగా విశ్వసించి ఆచరించవలెను.
on their own, believing that the Lord
all must wait for గీత మరింత శ్రద్ధ వహించి స్వయముగా పరమాత్మని పలుకులు. It is the words of the Lord.
We should have the faith in the words of the Lord, and we should be practicing it.
ఆచరించవలెను. పఠించిన మాత్రమున ప్రయోజనము లేదు.
Just studying is not good enough.
యోగక్షేమం వహామ్యహం అను భగవంతుని పవిత్ర ప్రతిజ్ఞకు దీక్షా కంకణమునకు మానవులు సాధకులు అర్హులు కావలెను.
So all the human beings and all the aspirants should become deserving to the determination which the Lord, or the vow which the Lord has taken, that I will look after your welfare of yoga and kshema. I will carry you on.
సాధకులు భగవానుడు భక్త రక్షణ అనగా యోగక్షేమము చూచుకున్న లేదని దానికి పూర్వము భగవానుడు భక్త రక్షణ అనగా యోగక్షేమము చూచుకొనలేదన్న దానికి.
So God is the protection of the bhaktas. That means he will be looking after the yoga and kshema of the bhaktas. But before that,
దానికి పూర్వము పరమాత్ముడు చెప్పిన పద్ధతిని మనము ఆచరించుచున్నామా?
But before that, we should know whether we are practicing or following what the Lord has told us to do.
అని విచారించిన మన అపోహలలోని నిజములు సులభంగా తెలుసును.
So if we do such an inquiry, whether we are practicing or not, then we will know what is true and what is not true. It will be easily understood, easily known to us.
అపోహల
Uhalaloni. I think we looked at this meaning, no?
Yeah, what did we say? What did we say?
Appa uhalaloni. Apohalaloni.
Apohalaloni. Appadina, what is it actually?
We looked at the with uha, appa uha. That means imagining that which is not there.
Uha, apoha. Okay. Apoha. నిజముగా సులభముగా తెలుసును. సాధకులట్లు విచారించుట లేదు.
So aspirants are not inquiring thus.
వారికి అవసరమైన దానిని మాత్రము తీసుకొని
they take only what is essential, what is needed for them.
దానికి
the picking and choosing, that's what Swami refers to.
దానికి సంబంధించిన ముందు వెనకలు విచారించుకున్న అది అనర్థముగును.
if we leave out what was said before and what was said after, then it will be meaningless, or it may give you the wrong meaning.
Yeah. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesha nityabhyuktanam anu ee moodu angamalanu cherchukunna yoga
Auntie, I don't think.
Oh, we are not ready.
Yes.
I don't know. There.
No, it's not.
Not yet done. Not yet done.
So basically, we will understand whether we are doing or not. I think that's with that we stopped actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So actually, in English, there is a sentence which basically says they complain only about the grief of the mourner, not knowing that it's caused by the neglect in the past and ignorance. I don't think Swami has said. Swami said, what has been told before and what has been told after has not been looked at. And this is Adi Anartha Magunu, means that gives you, it will become false or it will become meaningless.
Meaningless. పరమాత్ముడు దానికి పూర్వము పరమాత్ముడు చెప్పిన పద్ధతిని మనము ఆచరిస్తున్నామా? ఆర్ వి ఫాలోయింగ్ వాట్ స్వామి హస్ సెడ్ బిఫోర్ ద యోగక్షేమం? Yeah.
So I guess the meaning of the last sentence was,
Which one better, Kaleni?
the last one about picking
Swami saying, mundu venulu vicharinchakunna.
ముందు వెనకులు వెనకులు ఉంటే బ్యాక్, ముందు ఉంటే ఫ్రంట్. I mean before and after.
Yeah, before and after.
విచారించకున్న అది అనర్థముగును. It will.
if you do not inquire what comes before and
See,
after.
yeah. So basically, Swami is saying we stick to the Yogakshema Mahamiham, but we don't pay attention to Ananyas Chintayantomam, which actually precedes that. Okay, we are not, what was said before and what was said after, when it's neglected, ignored, then what you have is meaningless. The fact that Lord will look after itself become meaningless. Okay, mundu venulu means that what before and what's after, you are, if you are not inquiring that what is before and after.
We pay more attention to Yogaksham Vahamyam, but are we Ananyas Chintayantam? Are we following that previous promise which we have to follow? Previous this thing.
And the part that says Sada Kulatlu Vicharin Chuta
Ledu. They are not inquiring. See, they are not inquiring whether whether they are practicing what has been told by the Lord. See what yeah. So Swami, if you go earlier on, Bhagavantudu Bhakta Rakshana Anaga Yogakshemam Chuchu Ledanna, if he is not looking after your yoga and kshema, Daniki Purvam, before you make that statement, Daniki Purvam, before that, Paramatmanu Cheppina Paddhatini means the way, what has been laid down by the Lord. Paddhatini. Sorry, go ahead, Auntie.
No. Please go ahead. Manamu Acharichunnama. That's it. That word.
Are we practicing or not? Leda. Ani vicharinchina mana apohalaloni nijanijalu sulabhuma. So then we will understand whatever we imagine to be, whatever our wrong imaginations. Okay, then he says, Sadhakulu vicharinchuta ledu. They are not inquiring. That they are following the paddhati laid down by the Lord. Okay, then he says, Sadhaku Variki avasaramaina danini matramu తీసుకొని. See, but they are picky and choosy. They're just choosing what suits them. Okay. Daniki sambandhinchina, but whatever is related to that, mundu venulu. So the what has to precede and what follows after, they are not inquiring. Vicharinchakunna, if they do not inquire what is preceding that statement and what is coming after that statement, if they do not, then that becomes Anartham. Anartham means without any meaning. Okay. But I think in the English they have said, that is caused in the neglect in the past, ignorance of the future. I don't think that is right. Because if you read the next paragraph, I think Swami is explaining this a little better. Is further explaining what he has tried to say here.
Mundu Venaka, it has been translated as past and future.
I know, Auntie.
Mundu Venaka. Venaka is back. Venuka. Venukalu.
But they have used the word Venulu, no, Auntie?
Venuku. Venuka. Venuluka.
In the version which I have, it says Mundu Venulu.
Venaka antene, it's back.
Yeah,
behind.
but I don't know.
Venulu, there is no word. Vennalu means that is a moonlight.
Yeah, but they use the word Venulu in the version.
I don't know, maybe Venukulu. Venulu may be used in a very colloquial way, they might be using it.
Venu also, Auntie, Venu is also behind, it says.
Okay. That is why Venulu is written.
Yeah.
But in my book, it is Venukulu.
Yeah, but here it says Venu. The version I have.
So the last sentence of the previous paragraph, the Geetha Vishayamu Varinta Shraddha Vahinchi.
Swayamuga, Paramatmani, Palukuluga, Vishwasinchi, Acharincha, Geetha Vishayamuna, Marinta Shraddha Vahinchi. Taking more interest.
To apply much more Shraddha.
Swayamuga, Paramatmani, Palukuluga, Vishwasinchi.
What the Lord has by himself stated, those words belong to the Lord. Having total faith, acharinchavalu. That means we have to practice it. So that's what all must cultivate the faith in the Gita and take it as authentic word of the Lord and practice it. And acharinchavalu means they have to practice. I think that is not in the translation. Acharinchavalanu. That means they have to practice it. Have to practice.
All must cultivate faith in the Gita and take it as the authentic word of the Lord. Yeah, they're not said that.
Swayamuga, here they have used the word voluntarily. I shall bear the burden of your welfare here and hereafter.
He has undertaken this task voluntarily. Bhagawan has taken this task voluntarily.
Yeah, that's what. What has been said, Swayamugava, that has been translated in all those words. Oh, I see. Yeah, yes. Caused by the neglect in the past and ignorance of the future. That's what it says, no, Kalyani?
Yeah, for the last paragraph.
Yeah. So that's why it's not. Yeah, that's the last paragraph. Yeah. Yes, Brother Dasan, you have raised your hand.
So, Saran brother, so based on your discussions, that the Lord saying everyone's supposed to read the Bhagavad Gita, and you have to understand and you have to practice that one. Then Lord himself, he gave the assurance that I'm going to take care of your welfare. But you have to think whether I am deserved for that one. But when the people going through the problem, the reason is they don't think about when they are young, they always work hard for the fame, wealth, and progeny. And they forget that the value of the young age, they didn't, because of the ignorance, they spend the time on that one. And also, when they come to the old age, it's too late for them. That's also ignorant. That time, you cannot think about the Lord, then you are not deserved for that one. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you, brother. Anyone else would like to add anything? If not, we can. Yes, Kalyan, you have something to ask?
No, I'm good.
Or then we can move, I guess. No, then.
I moved it to the next one.
While considering this assurance, the condition precedent contained in the same shloka.
Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ananyas chintayanto mam.
Yes.
Yejana.
Thank you.
Read it, Narmada. Read it. Try to read it. No, you'll get.
Okay. Ananya chintayato mam ye jana parupasate.
Ye jana paryupasate.
Ye jana paryupasate. Thank you. Remember me without any other thought. Has to be remembered. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Your worldly and spiritual welfare is my responsibility. Is the crown of this condition, the final fruit. The assurance is the head, but no head can function independently of limbs. Holding fast to the head only apart from neck and shoulders and the rest of the body is like putting faith in the key in one's hand after the iron safe has been stolen. Of what use is the key after the treasure is burgled? The conditions for the fulfillment of that assurances are Ananya Chinta and Upasana. Meditation on the Lord unhampered by any other thought and steady worship. If broken meditation is absent.
Unbroken.
If unbroken meditation is absent, when worship is not offered with unconditional surrender, what justification is there to complain that he is not bearing the burden? You surrender to others. You praise and extol others. You are immersed in other thoughts. How then can he assume the burden? You serve others. You press the Lord for reward. How can this be ananya chinta, undivided loyalty? If a man is the servant of the king, he must serve him wholeheartedly. If he serves the king and loves his family, it cannot be termed unswerving loyalty. Serve whom you love whom you serve. That is the secret of Saranagati, surrender. Vyasa, sage who compiled the Gita, Vedas, and Puranas, made a lovely garland using the words of Krishna as flowers. Of that garland, this sloka is the crest. It is the central jewel of that garland of gems.
Thank you, Narmada. Maybe we'll read the Telugu also, Auntie.
Yeah. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam anu ఈ 3 అంగములను చేర్చుకున్న యోగక్షేం వహామ్యం అను శిరస్సుకు విలువ కాని that I stop.
Okay, read auntie. I think it's okay. It's going on and on. Okay, it's okay.
అను శిరస్సుకు విలువ కాని కాళ్ళు, కడుపు, భుజము లేక ఒక తలను మాత్రమే గట్టిగా పెట్టుకున్న ప్రయోజనమేమి?
Swami is telling the entire verse. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam. So he says these are 3 limbs. Okay, if these 3 limbs are joined with yogakshemam vahamyaham, which is the head, then it has some value.
Brother Sairam,
Okay.
sorry. Can
But
sorry. But what you said about 3 limbs, please?
the
Okay.
3 limbs are
Yeah.
Ananya chintayanto mam.
Which one?
Okay.
One.
Ye jana paryupasate.
Second.
Second. Tesham nityabhyuktanam.
That's the third.
There are 3 parts.
Okay, 3 parts.
These 3 parts, Swami says, these parts are joined to the head, which is the Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Okay. And then he says, only then there is value for this. So all 4 parts are important for this whole thing to work. Okay. But if feet, stomach, and hands are not there, what is the use of a head which we are holding tightly? Swami is saying, if we are holding the head, which is Yogakshemam Vahamyam as the head, and we are holding it tight, but we have ignored the hands, arms, the stomach, and the legs. So the rest of the body has been lost or ignored. Then Swami says there is no benefit, no use.
Yeah.
Yes, auntie.
ఇనుప పెట్ట దొంగలు తీసుకొని పోయినను పర్వాలేదులే, తాళములు నా మెల్లో ఉన్నట్లుగా ఉండును.
It is like, the thieves have stolen your box of steel box, but you are saying it's okay if they have stolen. I have the key. It is something similar to that.
తాళములు నా మూలలో
నా
మొలలో ఉన్నవన్నట్లుగా ఉండును. That is the same, similar like that.
Yeah, it's the same. It's with me.
It is with me.
Okay.
నా మొలలో.
Yes.
పెట్టెలోని వస్తువులు కొరకు కదా తాళములు అవసరము.
So for the clothes, for the things which are in the box, for that sake only the key is needed. The key is needed only for you to get the stuff, the things which are in the box.
వస్తువులు పోయినా తాళములు ఉండి ఏం ఉపయోగమేమి?
Swami says, if all the things are gone, what is the point of having the key? What is the benefit?
Yeah. What's the benefit of having the key with me?
Yeah.
అటులనే అనన్య చింతన లేక,
same way, if without having this ananya chinta, that is thinking of the Lord without any other thought,
తన ఉపాసన జరుపుక,
without performing the upasana, the worship,
తననే శరణు పొందక,
not taking refuge in the Lord,
తన యోగక్షములు మాత్రమే చూచుకొనలేదే అన్న ఎంత అజ్ఞానం. Without
doing all these 3, thinking why the Lord has not looked after my yoga and kshema, what sort of ignorance it is.
పరులను శరణు జొచ్చి,
taking refuge in others,
పరులను కోల్పుతూ,
asking the others,
కొల్చుతూ
means that sort of worshipping them.
అనన్య చింతనతో,
without thinking of anything else.
ఉండువాని యోగక్షేమము తానెట్లు చూచును.
Then how can the Lord look after the yogakshemam of such people?
So the whole sentence, అనన్య చింతన లేక తన ఉపాసన జరుపక తననే శరణు పొందక తన యోగక్షములు మాత్రము చూచుకొనలేదే అన్న ఎంత అజ్ఞానము. పరులను శరణు చొచ్చి పరులను కొల్చుతూ అనన్య చింతనతో ఉండువాని యోగక్షేమం తానెట్లు చూచును. How can God look after this?
So there Swami is telling people are having ananya chinta on the other people. Okay, how can the Lord look after such people?
పోని పరుల యందు పరమాత్మ భావము నుంచి.
One second, auntie, I don't know whether yeah, okay, it's fine. So on others, keeping the bhava of the Lord.
In others.
Yeah, so seeing the Lord in others.
Others. సర్వకర్మలు భగవద్ అర్పితమని అయినను తలంచిన.
If we think every act of ours is an offering to the Lord, is thinking thus,
పరమాత్ముడు అనుగ్రహించును.
then the Lord will grant grace.
Grace. ఆశ్రయించుట అన్యులను.
You surrender to others.
ఫలితాంశం ఇచ్చుట పరమాత్మను.
You want the fruits from the Lord.
ఇది అనన్య చింతన ఎట్లగును.
How can this will become ananya chinta, thinking of without distraction?
రాజు దగ్గర నౌకరులు I think the whole sentence like this. రాజు దగ్గర నౌకరులు ఆశ్రయించుట రాజును, అభిమానించుట సంసారమును.
Yeah, so people who are servants of a king, they are taking refuge in the king, but they have attachment to the samsara, which is basically your wife and children at home.
అభిమానము ఆశ్రయము రెండును ఒకటినా అది శరణాగతం అనబడును.
If you have attachment as well as surrender to the one object, then that becomes total surrender.
Yeah. I think it has stopped there, or should I reach further? Geetha Swarupam.
No, they have not read that, auntie. That's all.
హారముగా తయారు చేయటం, that is, it's there, you know.
Oh, that's there. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
గీతా స్వరూపమునకు అనన్యాశ్చింతయంతో అను శ్లోకము నాభి వంటది. నాభి.
So the ananyascintayanto shloka, the verse ananyascintayanto is like the navel of the Geetha form of Geetha.
It's not here, no?
It's translation. No. It's not there.
Okay.
No, you read the next one. It's this sentence was not translated. Yeah, that's why.
భగవంతుని వాక్ పుష్పములను వ్యాసుల వారు గీత అను హారముగా తయారు చేయట్లో ఈ శ్లోకమును హారమునకు అలంకారం.
Yeah. So when Vyasa made a garland with the verses of the Lord,
ఈ శ్లోకమును హారమునకు అలంకారమునిచ్చు మధ్య కుచ్చుగా అమర్చినాడు.
So he made this a centerpiece of that garland. This shloka became the centerpiece of that garland.
Actually, మధ్య కుచ్చ అన్న of the haram, there is that small thing which hangs at the center of that haram. That is what here Swami means. మధ్య కుచ్చుగా అమర్చి.
English, the only thing I could find on is centerpiece.
Centerpiece, ama. There's a bunch of flowers at the center. ఈ శ్లోకం కాన గీతా రత్నహారమునకు ఈ శ్లోకము మధ్య మణుల కుచ్చుగా అమర్పబడినది.
So if the pearl neck or the neck of gems,
Ratna,
the garland of gems, which is the Geetha, this became the most precious bunch of gems at the center.
apraptamaina prapti, that I think that's not right.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, that sentence begins with that. Next part.
Brother, your hand raised is Ananya Chinta, like that.
I'm sorry, brother. The previous hand I
It's
did.
always raised.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I know. I think you were just engrossed so much that you forgot about the hand. Anyone would like to comment on it? So, I mean, Swami nicely explaining. See, Swami is giving so many explanations so that you understand what he is trying to say.
Brother,
Just don't pick one. Yes, sister.
Sairam, brother, this sentence is
Yes.
that is this sentence is right. If he served the king and loved his family, it cannot
Yes.
term unswearing loyalty. How
Yes.
come? If we are serving the king, okay, and love his family, it cannot be termed unswearing loyalty. That is right.
And that related to that story, that Ananya Chintayam of that Pandit who was serving the king. You know, the previous Ananya
Yeah.
here this
But
he is.
still, when you're
Sister, if you're going to work, Swami says we should love the workplace.
that doesn't mean we shouldn't love the family, right?
Aruna. You love your family so much. Don't forget.
No, it cannot term that unswearing loyalty. Why? You have to have both, right, brother? That's why I'm trying to understand.
So Swami says if you're serving the king, you should love
You
the
have to see Lord everywhere, right? So why one side to love and one side to not?
What Swami is saying is you going to workplace, but you don't have love for the workplace. Then you have you love people who are attached to you, samsara. Then Swami says that is not loyalty to the place where you work. You know that because you go to workplace and you expect them to look after you. Okay, but if you don't have love there, then that is not total loyalty to the workplace. If you're serving the king, you should love the king also. You should be attached to the king.
Yeah, love the king. Okay, we can add that. But love his family
Yes.
is not termed unswearing. Is that the way Swami said?
No,
Both.
Yes, that's what Swami is saying, sister.
Okay, you don't love only the family. You love the working place too.
But the thing is, Swami says only love the king.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part I am not. That's the part I'm saying to you.
No, what Swami is saying is very simple, sister. You know.
So the attachment part is okay. Attachment part we can take it up.
Yes. So the thing is, Brother Dasan wants to explain, so I will ask him.
Sairam, brother. So if we take the Sai Center, if you want to do some
Which
service,
one, sir? Which one, brother?
That the same thing I'm trying to. Yeah, same thing I'm trying to explain. That king and everything. If you are working as a Sai Center, if you are doing the service, you have to have the love. Don't love the president. Love, praise him or other people. That's not going to get benefited. You have to love the God. I'm doing the service. The Lord, the Lord has same thing. The person who is, that's what Swami nicely explaining for the king. If you are serving the king, your love towards to the king. So same thing, if at the Sai Center, if you praise the president or other people, I'm doing this one, if you're expecting from that one, you may get some good name, but same person will kick back you again. So have the faith on the Lord and surrender to Him, not to surrender to other people. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Ramana,
Yes, Sai Ram, Sai Satish.
I just wanted to explain based on what Swami said of what is joy, where Swami would say, J, Jesus or God first, O, others next, why yourself last. So in that context, when Swami is speaking about the king and the family, more or less, if king symbolizing God, then it is always God is the first priority. Everything else comes next. Whether we say we are, of course, if we are seeing God in our family members and so on, that's a different thing. But the idea is always keeping God as the first priority. And that is where the loyalty and the love comes. So if you take, like, for example, a soldier, they say a soldier, for him, the country comes first, family and everything comes next. So in the same parlance, if we stretch, it should always be that God is our first and only, the first priority. Everything else coming after that. In that context, I think it may gain fruition then of total loyalty and surrender to God. Sairam.
Thank you very much, Sai Satish. Anyone else would like to comment on this? Whether we should love the family or not?
That will be taken care of when we think of the Lord, Ananyas Chinta, then it will be taken care of by the Lord. That's what the Ananyas Chinta, Yogaksham Vahamyam, he has voluntarily taken the responsibility of taking the welfare of your family. So first you do that. Ananyas Chintayanta. Saira.
Sairam. Mr. Aruna, you okay with it?
Yes, brother, but I'm trying to understand.
Okay, so maybe I will try. Sister, I will try.
Okay.
So we go to workplace. Okay, we go and work for 8 hours. At that time, still we will think our family is the priority. That's our natural human nature. So the thing is, you will be paid only for the 8 hours you work there. When you come home, the workplace is not going to take care of you, because you have given that. When you are there, you are surrendering for 8 hours, then you are coming away. Then you are at home. The workplace doesn't care what happens at your home. In the workplace, if something happens to you, the place will take care of you. So the thing is, so if you're working 24 hours in the office, maybe they will take care of you whatever happens to you. Okay. So Swami is just giving us that explanation. That means we are not totally surrendered to the king. You are also attached to the home. You're only going there for a partial engagement. So same thing with the Lord also. When you pray to Him, He may look after you. When you are not there and you are busy with the world, samsara, He will say, okay, now you fend for yourself. But then if you want to have ananya chinta, that means you don't think of anything else other than the Lord, then the Lord will take care of everything. So that thought ananya chinta is total loyalty. Because the problem comes is we have to look after the family. Once we think that, then the Lord will say, okay, you look after. So if we are really going to practice ananya chinta, this is the highest. Swami has said, this is the head. When you reach there, you will not worry about anything, and you will think of the Lord, because the Lord is much better equipped to look after even your family, anyone else. Okay, Swami, I think, is trying to drive home that point of Ananya Chinta. That is not thinking of anything else, having total faith. So Swami has given three parts. He says three things. He says, if you are not doing.
Ananya Chintayanto Mam first. Ejana Paryupasta is the second. Teshan Nitya.
No, Auntie, later on, he's saying three things. Upasana, Chainchaka, like that, Swami says.
Okay.
He said,
Ananya Chintaleka, Tana Upasana Jaruputa, Tanane Sharanu Pandaka, Tana Yogakshamulu Matrumu Chuzukunaleda. That is what here is it.
See, no, Parulayandu, Paramatma, no, he's saying three things. Parulayandu, Paramatma Bhavam Nunchi.
Sarva Karmamalu Bhagavat Arpitamani Ainano, Talanchina, Paramatmudu, Anugrahinchudu.
Something like that. No, another one, Auntie, Upasana, three things he listed.
Adena Upasana Tana Upasana Jarup Tana.
Let's say Ananya Chintana Leka,
Leka,
Tana Upasana Jarupaka, Tanane Sharanu Pondaka.
Those are the three things.
Those are the three. Swami did three things. Ananya Chintana Leka, I mean that we have to have Ananya Chinta. Tanu Upasana Jarupaka, continuously worshipping the Lord. Tanane Sharanu Pondaka. So that means we should only think of the Lord. We should take refuge only in the Lord. And we should continuously worship Him. Without these three, we cannot aspire for Yoga Kshema. He will not do. The Lord will not look after. So these are the three things which we have to do. So one of them is asking the Lord alone. Without any other thought, you should think of the Lord. And we should continuously worship the Lord. Then alone, only then He will look after Yoga Kshemam, here and hereafter, everything He will look after. To explain this only, Swami is talking about the king. When you go to the work, but you are thinking of home, then it does not become total loyalty. Maybe in the worldly sense, that may be okay because the worldly people are not God. But as far as God is concerned, what He expects is completely different. Swami says people are part-time devotees and asking for full-time grace. So I think that's the point.
Okay, brother.
Sister,
That's,
now it's okay?
Yes.
You're not very happy, but I think it's okay.
Yes, because Swami always says duty is God, right? So you have to take care of the home. Then you see God in that. So I think there also as long as we are doing action, remembering God, that will serve, it's like a remembering the king, or where you are serving to. So because it's Swami is splitting two, they serving king separate and loves the family separate only. I was just confused because duty also God, right? So duty comes first.
What is duty?
You do, that is like again you are serving with the thought of God. So they are also you have to remember Him. So the separation only, I couldn't see why it was separated, kind of. It's okay.
Sister, the thing is, sometimes we confuse duty and attachment.
Okay. That's why Swami is stating. Okay.
See, we say we are doing duty. Actually, we are doing what because we are attached to somebody. We are doing, but we give it the title duty. Okay. See, when we go to work, are you doing your duty?
Yes.
Okay. So then, home also we should do the same thing.
Okay, without attachment. Okay, okay, that's
Ah.
maybe the things. Okay.
Then you're only thinking of the Lord,
Yes.
because that is a real home.
So here Swami is bringing the attachment in. Okay.
Abhimanam is the word Swami has used.
Okay. Correct. Thank you.
Sari auntie, Abhimanam then Swami is.
ఆశ్రయ ఒక చోట అభిమానం ఇంకో చోట.
Attachment is something.
Yeah.
అభిమానము
So
అభిమానము ఆశ్రయము రెండిటిని ఒక్కటైనా అది శరణాగతం.
So even at
without
work,
attachment, you love. Yes.
No, yes, just the way you love your workplace, your boss, same love you give a home also, then you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now Sakwadi has something to do.
Yeah.
Sairam, Baba says, head in the forest, hand in the society.
Yes.
That is how you can completely surrender to God. Thank you, Sairam. I'm sorry, Aruna.
Auntie, that's the right thing. Yeah.
So I think the word Abhimanam has not been translated. I think Swami says attachment to home. Abhimanam is, you can say it's attachment or affection or whatever you want to call it. Swami is forcing us to cultivate detachment.
And at the same time, divinizing all the actions what we do with the idea of it is everything is divine. We are doing
the Lord everything in everyone.
Lord, even in the family, all are they are representing the divine. If you have that feeling in the workplace also as well as the home, you will find the same kind of feeling towards the
and offer everything you do, whether it's at work or at home, to the Lord. Then Swami says He will look after everything. He will give you His grace.
It's much clear. If you replace the love, cross that love and put attachment, it's much clear. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, sister, very good. That's why we are reading the Telugu also, sister.
Sairam.
Yes, auntie.
Bhagawan has been saying over and over again that we have to do 24/7, think of God and do meditation, do your sadhana. All these three he has been repeatedly saying in Dhyana Vahini, in the Bhagavad Gita, in all his discourses, he has been telling this. This is not new, what Krishna has said. Bhagavan is also saying the same thing. But it's difficult when we put love into it. When the love comes, you become too attached. That is a web. That is a web for our soul. So we have to be very watchful. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, auntie, thank you.
Actually, that Abhimanam, the word, is the key word. If it was not translated in English, that's why all the problems.
Confusion.
Abhimanamu Ashrayam.
Yeah, that is the one confused. Yes.
Abhimanamu Ashrayam. Both the words, they go together. If the Swami is saying Ashraya and Abhimana should be together in one thing, then you have you are thinking of that Lord, and definitely God will take care of the whole things.
Yes, brother Rasan.
Yes, Sairam, brother. So nowadays, the people are surrendered to the wealth and family instead of surrendering to the God. There's a song, I know it's not right to say in the cinema song, Vudu Varai Uravu, Kaadu Varai, Vidi Varai Manavi, Kaadu Varai Yaro. So you have to understand that one, you came to this world, and when you're leaving, you are the only one going to go. That we have to understand our goal So you have to think about the God for whenever you do anything. That's all Lord is asking. He's not asking to meditate or anything. Just simple thing. Whenever you're doing any service or anything, just think about him. That's all. Thank you, Saira.
Sai Ram, brother, sir.
Yejana Pariyapasate means the worship constantly.
Upasate, yes, Pariyupasate. Worship all the time.
And then Nitesham Nityabhiyukta.
There, Nitya means always, Nityabhiyuktana. Means all their needs at all times. Yoga, Shema, Vahamya.
Oh, Nitya Abhiyukta means their needs.
Abhiyukta means, yeah, Abhiyukta means whatever is joint. Means, Abhiyukta means that's what it means. So
Oh.
whenever some need comes up, that is Abhiyukta,
Oh. So are those the three things, or the three things are what Swami mentions later about the Upasana?
See, Ananya Chintayanto Mam, Ye Jana Paryupasate, Tesham Nitya Abhiyuktana. Abhiyukta man can also means one who is always connected. Joint also you can say. Okay.
First he said that Anu ye mood angamulo.
Yeah, there's three parts.
These three parts he says. Ananya Chintayantoma, Yejana Pripas, the second one, Tesha Nitya Bhuktana. For such people who are Abhyuktanam. What does that say? Abhyuktanam in Sanskrit.
Yeah, Abhyukta. So I think Kalyani is trying, checking how to join what are the three things Swami mentioned. No, that's what she's asking.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Abhyuktanam means that.
Yeah, Abhiyukta, that's the question. Her question is. See, Kalyani, Abhiyukta has multiple meanings. One is diligent and intent. That's the best. Abhi means, Yukta means to be joined. Okay. So, Tesham Nityabhyuktanam. People who are always joined. Nitya Abhyuktanam. So, Swami is telling what type of people, Tesham Nitya Abhyuktanam. Of theirs, yoga and Shema, he looks after. Okay. So, these are the three requirements. You should be Abhyukta, Nitya Abhyukta, Ananya Chinta, Paryupasate. So these three things only Swami is telling, you can see. So Ananya Chinta, Nityabhiyukta, and Paryupasate.
Okay.
So these are the three conditions. If these three conditions are met for such people, Ye Jana, Tesham, then he will see Yogakshemam. Yogakshema, Vahami Aham.
Tesham, for such devotees, people who
Okay,
are always Nitya, for always Abhyuktanam, who are joined with the Lord. That means that who are thinking of the Lord.
Would it mean, like when you say whether it is Chintana, that is thought, or you say Upasana, which is worship, which is something like deed and connected? So I'm just saying, does it mean connected in thought, word, and deed?
Exactly.
That always connected with the Lord. In all forms, whether it's in the subtle form of the thought or in the gross form of the deed, the entire thing is always being established in the Lord, which will, I think that itself ensures Yogakshem, because when you're connected in thought, word, and deed, you'll do only good you'll see only good. You'll means everything that itself confers yoga kshemam. I think in the process itself you get
Yeah.
the destination. Yeah.
Trikarana.
You won't see anything negative. That's what you're saying.
Chinta
Yes,
is
and everything will be like in tune with the Lord. So obviously, when everything is in tune with the Lord manifests kind of the thing. Yeah, the divinity manifests. So unity and purity is there. So automatically divinity comes. Unity in thought, word, and deed, and it's pure in nature in whatever is being done. So unity, purity. So ultimately divinity manifests.
Very nice.
purity, divinity.
Later Swami also mentions another three, where Swami says, without having these three,
Yeah.
so it's Ananyas Chinta, worship or upasana, and then the third one is not taking refuge in the Lord.
Yeah, so Swami is telling, yeah, those are the three things. Is Ananya Chintana Leka, Tana Upasana Leka, Tanane Sharanu Pondaka. Yeah, Swami saying. So you don't take refuge in the Lord, don't worship Him, don't. So it's a thinking, Chintana, Swami said, Upasana Paryupachate. Nityabhiyukta Swami, in this case, is saying you're fully connected to the Lord. Means that you only listen. If you're fully connected, you only seek from Him. That means you have taken refuge. Abhiyukta means you have held on to His feet. You're tied yourself to Him. So whatever He does only will happen. So that Abhiyukta state is a total surrender.
Okay.
Taking refuge.
In the example where Swami says it's the key and the safe, so the key is Yogakshema and the safe is these three things. The things in the safe are these three.
Exactly.
So that means the valuable thing that you're trying to protect is actually these three. And the key to get that is Yogakshema?
Key is Yogakshema. Because the Lord has, see, in another place in Geetha Vahini, I think He already says, when Swami says Yogakshemam, He will look after the kshema of the yoga. Yoga is to be joined to the Lord. He will look after the kshema, the welfare of that. So He will help you to be continuously connected to Him. It is not that He will give up a nice place to live, very comfortable, nothing of that sort. He will make sure that your connection to the Lord will be looked after by the Lord. The kshema of the yoga.
So that bracket, within the bracket, they translated as worldly and spiritual welfare of my responsibility. So the worldly is to, in that sense only, not like how we think, the comfortable or luxury or anything like that.
Sister, they have put the family there. I think they must have had some problem. So that was.
Anna, looking at it in that, like yoga session, so you think ceaselessly of the Lord will put you in a lot of difficulties, so you ceaselessly think of Him. That is the guarantee of the shloka.
Yeah.
So literally the Brahmin story kind of a thing only. He'll take the cow so that, you think of Him ceaselessly.
That is a real yoga kshemam Vahami.
Yeah.
Take away the last resort of cow also.
But like Swami actually, like when he says even the robbers taking away the safe, he's literally saying how the world takes away all of the three things, and that is why we then coming back and saying Swami is not taking care doesn't make any sense, because that whole thing has to be on Swami, and that's where so I think that symbolism Swami is drawing with that also.
Yeah, the world has stolen us, stolen everything, our time, our thought, our everything. And you're saying, where is the yoga kshemam? We have the key and we are saying.
Chintana, Upasana, Sharanu. Chintana,
Yes.
Upasana, Sharanu. These three things. We have kept it in the box.
Box.
And then we are asking Yogaksham, what?
You know what is that metal box? That is our body.
Body.
Our body, Swami also gives that also. He says, this is a worthless body. This is like an iron safe in which all good things are kept locked. But this body we have lost to the world. It's useless. But there are some precious things inside. Just anti-sakwanti.
Yes, Sai Ram, this Ananya Chinta and Upasana and meditation, all three, Baba says, has to be done, because even if one is absent, then that cannot be, you cannot expect yoga shema in that same condition. The conditions for the fulfillment of that assurance are all those three has to be there.
Yeah.
Even meditation has to be there, Upasana has to be there, Ananya Chinta has to be there.
And Sharanu, complete heart. It's also to be there.
Brother Dasan.
Yes, Sairam, brother. So if I want to put in a nutshell, if we're going to think about the Lord all the time, and your mind is going to be clear and mind is going to be pure, then you're going to be a good bhakta of the Lord. So in this case, the Lord, whatever gave the assurance, then I will take care of your welfare, then you are deserved for that one. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Brother, it's a very thought-provoking about the worldly thing. Why we think the worldly thing on a perspective of what is we see in the world, but the Lord is referring something, world is the thing is different, that is to take closer to Him. So not to take to the worldly thing that we see. We see, oh, okay, God gives that and this, no. That's the thing, but the Sai Sathya said, God has taken away that from that one last cow. That is the worldly thing he had it to survive. That also he has taken to think about only Him. So how we think about this worldly is different than what we sometimes we think. That's a good one. Thank you, Saira.
About the safe and the key metaphor, because even if we think of Yogakshema as how you've explained it, like it seems like that is the treasure, and then the Ananya Chintayantoma is the key to get that treasure. But Swami saying it the other way around, or is that just
the Yogakshema, yoga will not be present. See, Kshema is the one which is going to look after the welfare of the yoga. But the yoga is these three. Yoga Kshema, he says, I will, that's the key. He will say, I will look after the Kshema of the yoga. But the thing is, if the yoga, which is comprised of these three, are gone, then what can you look after? Because there's nothing to look after for the Lord. See, so you are saying yoga is the treasure. Okay. Kshema is it's the keys of a lock which you have, but the lock is where what is kept under the lock and key is the three things which actually comprise what is yoga. The yoga is actually karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, dhyana yoga. So they are all ways of how we join to the Lord. So that's the treasure. But the law, as long as we have that, the God will use the key and unlock it also for us.
right?
But see, for us to unlock this, the joy of yoga, the joy of the bliss which comes from Ananya Chinta, the Lord is the final one who can open it for us. Okay, you can do Ananya Chinta, but the joy of that is in the hands of the key which the Lord holds. Okay, but the thing is, if we do not have the Ananya Chinta, the joy which comes out of that, the Lord will say, what can I open? There's nothing for me to open. I can't give you the joy when you don't have the stuff. So the Kshema is nothing but opening it for you to enjoy it. Enjoy the fruits of that. Palitam, Swami has used the word palitam also.
Yeah.
So the fruits are ultimately in his hands. He has to give the fruits. So, but the joy comes out of when, as Sai Sathya said, when the thought, word, and deed are all focused on the Lord, then we will become deserving, as Brother Thasan says, for that bliss which comes out of that. And that key to unlock that bliss is in the hands of God. But the treasure which we have is only these three. Yes, Brother Sai. Sai Satish, I think you wanted to say something.
Sorry, and I had accidentally unmuted. Sorry.
Okay.
See, actually, I am seeing, if many people are actually there in this world as well as in the other world. A couple of people at least. I'm seeing them twice.
What is the other word?
I don't know. They cannot be seen. Avang mana gochara, like that,
The word kshema just means welfare?
Yes.
Taking care of, yeah. Actually, we are complaining to the Lord without, you're not giving yoga kshema. Are we following the Chintana, Upasana, Sharanu? These three things are we following? Only when these things are followed, then yoga kshema will be taken care of by Swami.
So we have to attempt to develop those qualities, but the actual key is in God's hand.
With him, he will open.
We do the sadhana. He is open is the one. The key point is, brother, the key point is open is what?
When these three come together, see, there's another story which there is the story of three Rakshasas. Each of them were supposed to live in three different forts. And in 1,000 years, it will come together, and only then the Lord can kill the Rakshasas. Okay, that is the way our body also. Our body, the mind is somewhere, the speech is somewhere, the deeds are somewhere. When all of them come together, only then the Lord can send his arrow through and finish all this. So, which basically means when these three come together, the arrow has to come from the Lord. Okay, so he has the key. Only when our mind, thought, word, and deed all comes together and totally focus on the Lord, then the Lord can enter us. Only then it's like our number lock. There are three. Only when all the numbers are aligned, the lock opens. Okay, so that is, the Lord has the key. But when we align all these three, it will unlock the Lord, the joy which comes out of the Lord.
Tripurari.
Okay, so we say, oh, Tripurari.
Tripurari Shiva Shankara.
Okay, so our job is just to align our thought, word, and deed together, and
focus on the Lord.
Focus on the Lord, and not worry about whether we're getting any benefit from this or all of that.
Sairam brother, the
Yes,
good example is a Prahlada, and he went so many punishment and everything from the Hiranyakasipu, but he didn't even think about that when it's going to happen, or he didn't call the Lord even. and they gave the punishment, and he didn't ask God, let me come out from this one. So Lord take care of him all the time. Thank you, Saira.
Yes, brother. Yes. So there is, that's why Swami, there's another word also. Swami say yatna prayatnam manava dharmamu. Japa jayapajayamu daivadinam.
Daivadinam.
Is it Charisha?
Yeah, correct.
Sai Satish quotes that often. So without our effort, the Lord can't do anything, even if He wants to.
Sorry, Uncle, can you translate it?
Oh, yatna prayatnam means effort, and all kinds of effort is manava dharma, dharma of the man. Jayapajayamu, the victory and the loss are in God's control.
Daivadinam.
Devadinam. So the results are in the hands of God. So without the hands of God, the results will not come, but we have to be deserving for whatever it is.
Kannu vippi chuduroranna. That song, that in that song it comes. Open your eyes and see. Kannu vippi chuduroranna.
Auntie, what is the song you were saying, Santi?
Open your eyes and see what is happening. Your prayatna, that is your attempts, and your all your efforts should be on your side. But leave the rest, leave the results to the Lord. He has got the victory or the loss is in His hands. They are in His hands. And try to understand that. Swami is saying that song.
It's a long song, sister.
Very
One of the verses is this.
Oh. Thank you. Sing a two lines, please. Auntie, sing a 2 lines at least. Please. We'll see. But what songs I'll go and search for it.
Oh,
Please, Auntie.
comes. Uttamatala cheta chittamu satta chittanandamundadu విత్తనంబులు లేని భూమిలో మొత్తముగా పండేము పండదు కన్ను విప్పి చూడరోరన్నా ఈ సాయినాథుని ఎందుగాని అన్న కలడన్నా. Let auntie sing.
No, you sing. It's okay.
Auntie.
I don't know all the verses, auntie.
Sing, auntie.
It's a very long song. But the only thing is, I have to refer to the book and then see. That's why I just took it out. Let me see.
Good. Thank you.
Sri Sathya It goes like that, I think.
Super.
Yeah.
I know this verse only because in a couple of discourses Swami has sung the verse which I sang. So I have memorized that song.
Oh, that's very good. I have not memorized it, but
Auntie, sing, please.
1 minute.
Yes.
I'm searching for
the word which I sang. I will until auntie searches.
Yeah, you
found auntie? If you found, I will stop.
Not it.
Uttamatala cheta. That uttamatala means empty words. Through empty words. Chittamu sattya chittanandamu nandad. That means the chitta will not attain sat chit ananda. Vittanambulu leni bhumilo mottamuga pandemi pandadu. If there are no seeds in the soil, if we have not planted seeds in the soil, there will not be any harvest. Kannu vippi chodaroranna. Open your eyes and see. The Lord is just in front of you. He's neither here nor there. He's everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not getting that song. Where I had kept it somewhere. Sorry, Aruna. Next time I
It's
will.
okay. Next time we'll sing.
Next time, okay.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yatna prayattanam. Something like that it goes. Okay.
Brother, is it Patyam like Swami sings?
Like Swami has sung it like Padyam, but originally it was a song. A
Okay.
long song. I think Swami composed
Is the Swami sang that song?
Swami's
Yeah, yeah.
composition.
Swami used to sing that.
Oh.
Used to sing that. Yatna prayatnamula Satya Dharma Shanti Premalata Vardapa.
Oh, where a song.
That song.
Satya Dharma Shanti Premalato.
Shanti Premalato Mi Nitya Jivana Yatra Sagintu Jiva Satya Dharma Shanti Premalato Yatna Prayatmul Manava Dharmamu Jayapajayamulu Daivatinam Bhakti Toda Bhagavantuni Tachuchu Nitya Dharmamulu Nirvatinchana Satya Dharmamu Shanti Premalato. Adala varudadu.
So he's saying, Swami saying we have to go on our journey with Satya Dharma Shanti Prema.
Yeah. It comes in that song.
Maybe we'll get Auntie to record some of these and keep.
Yes.
So
It has been a project for some time. I think the national team has to organize it, and we will do it.
Adi innonnu Sai 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 Ramayani Mirurayamuna Padagara Randi Prema Miravo Sai Ramayani Pilachitarimturule Vandi Sai 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 Ramayani Mirurayamuna Padagara Randi Adale Kukkato Kayagu Manava Manasunu Chakkata Parasunu Rarandi Okka Manasuto Nammi Saini చక్కగా స్మరణము చేయండి పొట్టుట గిట్టుట రెండే జన్మకు గట్టి వనుచుమది తలచండి వట్టి భ్రమలతో మునిగి కర్మలు ఎట్టవి చేయక మెలగండి సాయి సాయి రామయ్యచు సరగుణ రయమున పాడగరా రండి.
Dog's tail.
Cock's tail. It is just like a dog's tail. Manava manasu.
Our mind is like a dog's tail, apparently. You can't straighten it.
Straighten it. ఒక్క మనసుతో నమ్మి సాయిని చక్కగా స్మరణము చేయండి. With one mind.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
These are all very old treasures of Swami's teachings. And one of my auntie, she was so diligent, and then she wrote all the songs in her diary. Whatever Swami used to sing, she would write it down, and then she published this book afterwards. Her name is Subhadra Raval. That is Sundarama's sister-in-law.
Okay, we'll get the detail about that book also. It's nice.
The book is of no use. We should get Auntie to sing and record all this.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That's what. Yes.
National project.
Yes, that's a one. Auntie. Yes. That is a very good idea, brother. We shouldn't now. So, Mani Auntie, we have to make an effort to do this stuff.
So we have to plan. We have to. Auntie will be ready. Then we have to either bring Auntie or we have to go there and get it recorded.
Okay.
A few people also can learn it and then sing it along with me. That's of course it's Telugu. Yeah. Telugu is the different. If you are familiar with the words.
Auntie, what we will do, we will get this simple recording of yours. Then we can use that and get people to learn.
Yeah.
And then we can come together and record it, Auntie.
Yes,
Yeah.
Auntie. It's
That's
under your thing. Yes, everyone can learn from your voice record.
Yes.
Swami is willing, that will take place, surely.
Yes, we can do that. So I'll, yeah, we'll discuss and we'll make an arrangement for that. Then.
Okay.
Thank you
Sure.
so much, Santi. Sairam.
Thank you to all.
Thank you, so.
It's very nice. Swami sang so many, so it's as a Padyam only, but it is in one book.
No, this is songs. Songs Swami used to sing like Kirtanas.
Full song he used to sing. Such a long song it is. All those things, Sai Rama, and then Kanu Vippi Chuduro Ranna, and then
Sister
Satyadar
Aruna,
Emalato.
Sister Aruna, there are very few people who have been witness at that time.
That is
Number one.
aunties one
Left.
of them.
Yes, and very few of them can sing. Okay, there are two things.
There's two things, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we
should
shouldn't miss that opportunity.
It is a service for
Yes.
all devotees.
Auntie, I will keep it as a big, like a priority on this, and we'll do something.
Yes.
Yes.
First we should discuss how to go about it, and then we can do it.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Auntie.
Thanks, Bhagawan.
Yes, Bhagawan wants us to record now.
Exactly.
The time has come.
Yeah.
That's what Swami has prompted us
Because
today.
it can be an offering of our Swami's 100th birthday also by us.
Yeah.
Yes.
By Canada.
That's
Okay, you are asking for ideas for celebration. This is one.
Correct.
Yes, Auntie.
Yes, correct.
These are the things we have to keep it for, like, for I won't say generation to come. It's always present is matters. So whoever now devotees also can get a chance to listen, right? What Swami has said and all.
We have not listened, so let us first listen. If we listen, then the future generation will
Yes,
listen.
that's the thing. Our future generation, we worry about that part later. Future is always our.
Swami will worry about them.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Auntie. We had to record.
Yes, as Arun said, in my generation, people who spent some time with Swami in those days, 1947, 46, 48, those days between, so that period, those who are living, most of my aunties, my mother's generation, all have gone. In my generation, a few of us are living here. And as Arun said, some of us can sing, some of us can't. So if Swami willing, definitely it should take place.
Yes. If Swami is willing, then only we are discussing. So we have to now, Swami prompt us now to do it. So always Swami gives the prompt only. Then the rest is yet to do. Shraddha.
Yatna prayatnam is our dharma.
Our dharma. Jayapajayamo Daivadinam.
Yes. Yes, Sister Shivani, you have been raising your hand.
Sai Ram, yes, I am unfortunate. I don't know Tamil, so please make sure you will translate as well.
This is not Tamil also, sister. This is Telugu.
Telugu, yes. So make sure you will do the translation, please.
Yeah. When we sing, of course, if the meaning is given, it's easier for people to
yes,
memorize and sing. That's also true.
Because I will learn Telugu. I mean, if I can, I will learn. But if I know the meaning, then it will be. Yeah, I will learn Telugu. I mean, I learn the song for sure. Once this project will take, So I will learn, but if it has a meaning, then it will make more sense to me.
So you are already recruited.
Yes. We have recruited.
I am on.
You are the first volunteer already, okay?
We have to make the time and do it. That's it. It's a good one. I'm thinking of Swami Swami is only prompting. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come to this conversation even. Just thanks Swami for that.
I'm trying to be copycat of Bhagawan. Whatever he did, I'm trying to do that. So if he sang that, I'm going to copycat him.
It's very nice.
It's 4:29.
Okay. Today, some of the time is tough. in this
We
discussion.
close the session. It was a very small group, but I think Swami wanted us to discuss this. Fine.
Okay,
So we'll close with Samastaloka and then we'll meet next week again. Saira.
sure.
Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om
Sure.
Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om.
Sairam everyone.
Sai Ram, Sai
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 Ram,
Ram,
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.